Well, Ken, this is one of the wildest Corvairs I have ever seen in my life. You were on the run yesterday, right?
Right, we were.
Well, I didn't see you take off with the rest of the group, but we were at one of the stops that I was walking by, and here's this, screaming yellow Corvair. Like, man, I gotta find this guy. This is so cool. What is this? It's a 63, right?
It's a 63 Monza Coupe.
Well, you've done a little work to it, obviously.
A lot
Engine,
of work.
a lot of work. Engine used to be back there, it's up here now. But she's longer, right? You had to stretch it.
Yeah.
Where'd you stretch it?
I stretched it right here. I added 10 inches to the front to accommodate the big V8 motor.
And so did you get a donor Corvair for this chunk? Or?
No, it's so hard finding Corvair parts. I had to make my own piece here.
Man, have you done all the bending?
Yes, we did all the rolling and the bending.
Wow. How about the hood?
The hood was, I bought another hood and I used two hoods to make one. We cut it and stretched it to the length we needed.
So were you able to find a hood on the islands?
No, I brought it in from Washington, and you'd be surprised what we pay for shipping.
More than the hood, probably?
We paid $200 for the hood and $300 to ship it.
The islands.
Yes, the islands.
But otherwise, I mean, except for that stretch, this looks like a 63 body, right?
It is a 63 body. The only other difference in the back here is I opened up the back fenders to put the big tires.
Yeah.
I stretched it 4 inches also in the back.
Well, now, of course, there was no tunnel, there was no drive shaft tunnel in a Corvair.
Right.
Well, it's not a Corvair running gear or chassis, right?
No, the running gear is all late model Chevrolet.
Oh, okay.
The engine is a 383 stroker, and the transmission is a 350 turbo, and the back is a pro-streeted 9-inch Ford rear end. Yeah.
Wow. So you built a frame for it?
Yes, I built the whole frame.
Holy cow.
I drew up the frame. I went up to Art Morrison in Washington.
Sure, yeah.
And I showed him my plans, and he said, not a problem. And he made it, and he shipped it to me, and I just welded it all together and came up with this.
Man, I like your color scheme too. I mean, the yellow with the silver is kind of interesting.
It was hard to choose a color for this car, but Corvairs had the yellow, and they looked small being yellow. And so I chose to try yellow, and it turned out fine. It looks really matches the car.
The silver stripes are I think they really set off the chrome and the grille and all that other stuff.
Yeah, it does. Originally it was going to be black stripes, and as the colors came together, I changed my mind. I said, I think silver would look nice to match my roll cage.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. Well, I mean, it's a screaming machine, obviously, but you've got a very, I don't know, built for comfort interior.
Yes, it is.
It's a drag car, but it's a streetable drag car?
It's a drag car, and it's a street car also. It's mainly made for the street, but it's safe enough to race. It'll be certified at a 750.
Wow.
So
that's a serious roll cage.
That's a serious roll cage.
But you can still get your dome light.
I got my dome light. So I can see where to put the key in.
There you go. And even, I mean, you still have a Corvair dash.
Yes, I do.
And your important gauges up there, right?
Important gauges are all up there.
Oh, man. You really did it. I mean, this is really a cool car.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
And then, now back here, you really haven't, like you say, you had to open up the...
Okay, yeah. The back here is basically stock. But because this was the motor, and I like the looks of the
louvers,
yeah,
me too.
I left it in, but now I have to put a cover when it rains.
And it does that a lot.
Yeah, it has the drain, but it'll take only so much water to drain.
Yeah.
So
the wing in silver, I mean, that looks great too. And Chevy Corvairs are safe at any speed, right?
Yeah, we're hoping to see Ralph Nader here.
Take this, Ralph. Well, let's have a look. Under the hood, I mean, what do we have up there? It looks like...
we have a 383 Chevy stroker motor.
Oh, that's serious.
Yeah, and this was the trunk from the Corvair, so it had a lock. And
so you just left the lock?
I left the lock. I utilized it.
I like that.
For safety also, then people won't get in here.
Yeah. Wow, I mean, okay, so what am I looking at? 383 stroker?
383 stroker with a tunnel ram and a racing 4-barrel carburetor. I say racing because this thing has a 4-idle circuit. It's made special. You can adjust the 4 ports on it.
Well, I mean, you're a long-time drag racer, right?
Yes, I am. I've been racing, oh boy, from when I was a teenager. So.
Well, you had to do, obviously, some work. I mean, the firewall, I mean, it had to be modified a little bit because you didn't originally have a tunnel there for the drive shaft, right?
Yes, right. The gas tank used to be mounted in front here in the Corvair,
so it still was a firewall.
Right, it's a firewall to protect the drivers in case of a head-on collision.
And is this roll bar?
This is a roll cage. This is a stiffener for the front, so the car don't move around. It doesn't flex anyway. It's really stable.
Man, it's a beautiful job. I mean, you build amazing stuff.
Thank you so much.
Now, have you been to Cruising Paradise before?
Yes, I've been from the very first Cruise Paradise they had in 2001.
So 01, 03, 06,
and now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're from Maui.
I'm from the island of Maui.
So you had to ship this over, right?
We ship it over on Young Brothers barge.
And Maui born and raised?
Maui born and raised.
Wow. Well, let me tell you, they build some mean Corvairs on Maui. You build a mean Corvair on Maui. Ken, this is unbelievable, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for bringing it out. Wow.